channeling with my guides, looking at experiences, channeling things over and over and over again for people, is that every single thing that happens to us, we get to use to our advantage, and we should be using to our advantage. We should be doing our discernment and looking at, what does this mean for me? What am I being asked in this moment? What is this showing me? What do I need to do? But instead, we point fingers and we blame and we get mad and we get angry and we create division. It's not what we're supposed to be doing in these spaces. Not at all. There have been a lot of things that have unfolded since the shooting. And I will tell you what, one of the first things that actually I chuckled at is the amount of AI things that people are believing. Now, one of the things that I've spoken about a lot this year, not on purpose, but it just seems to keep coming to me. People are like, oh, speak on this or talk on this, or in an interview, somebody starts talking about it, or, you know, I was invited to speak with a tech expert. A lot of different things is AI. Over and over and over. In one of my continual stances on this is that there are a lot of bad things about AI, a lot of bad things, and a lot of things that disconnect us. And this is a great example, because not only are there a lot of videos going around that are false videos, that are AI created. There was pictures of the shooter. There was video of what actually happened at the event. There was things that the president was saying. There's a ton of things that are all AI videos. They're all AI videos, but they're created whether because they want us to believe in something specific, or they're trying to sway the audience in one way or the other. But the reality is that the only way that they're doing damage. Not a single one of these videos is doing any good. So here is a great example of why AI is not a great thing. Is not a great thing, because there are videos and pictures that exist that are creating diversity between people, because they're seeing different AI videos and they're believing them. They're believing them. And this is why intuition and your psychic abilities are so freaking important, is because when we see these videos, we have to be able to discern, is this true or not? Because every video that you see, you're creating an opinion about it. You're creating a belief, starting to align with like what side you're on, which is insane to me, because there shouldn't be sides. This shouldn't create a side, but it is. It's separating people. People are no longer friends with other people because of it. I know people who lost clients. I know people got mad at people for posting something. Because again, people are keeping it in the her versus him, the right versus left, the right and the wrong. And it's not supposed to be that way. It's supposed to be, we are in a time that humans are supposed to be coming together. But these AI videos, the reports that are out, the responses from people, the anger. I've had people angry at me because I posted something, because they think I agree with all of his beliefs because I posted something. I'm not even religious. If you know me at all, I'm not religious. I don't believe in the Bible. I don't listen to any of the teachings in the Bible. None of it. I have my own beliefs, and it would be very hard for you to sway me against my beliefs. And I am very vocal about what those beliefs are. I posted about it because of the fact that I 100% align with speaking your truth. I 100% align with when you are tapped into your soul. That's what we come here to do. And there's something big you're supposed to be doing. There is a purpose you're supposed to be sharing with the world. And when you create that purpose, it is global impact. There's not a person out there that can debate that this has not been global impact, because he was living his purpose. I don't care what that is. If it is a purpose that you came here to live, you're supposed to do it. Whether you agree with him or not, whether you liked him or not, it doesn't actually matter. That's not the point here. The point here is that I teach people what their paths are, help them to connect with their soul, to speak with their truth. This man was doing it, whether you agreed with his truth or not, and he was killed. He was killed. And he was killed because of it. And that is something I will always speak on, whether I agree with somebody or not, is something I will always speak on. But what's happening is we are creating such a divide by this instead. And the more that people share, and the more that people speak out about it, it's creating even a bigger divide. And ultimately, this is a deep state act. If you do not know this, that young man did not kill Charlie Kirk. He did not kill him. It is a deep state act. The swiftness in which the FBI solved the case, the fact that there was no public autopsy, the fact that his team is posting that it was a miracle that the bullet stopped in his neck, this is insane to me. I don't know about bullets or claim to, but there is no way that at that distance, with that caliber, with that gun, that the bullet just stopped in his neck. We are being lied to and deceived, and everybody's drinking the Kool-Aid. So many people are drinking the Kool-Aid. Actually, the really cool thing is that there are a lot of people who aren't drinking the Kool-Aid, but people are attacking them for not. They're attacking them for not. And I will tell you one thing. The minute I heard that he had passed, again, I don't follow him. And when I was first told, I was like, I don't even know who that is, because the name didn't resonate with me. I had been in hours upon hours of calls, hours. I'd done a lot that day, and I walked down the stairs and one of my boys said, Charlie Kirk was shot. And I was like, who is that? And he responded, you know, that guy that goes to, colleges and speaks and debates them. And I was like, oh yeah. It's like, he was shot. The minute I heard it, I knew that something was off. Something was completely off. The more I look at it, we are not being told the truth. We are not being told the truth. There is a greater thing at play. Now, just to be clear, when I say deep state, it is not the government. It's people above the government. It's people who are truly in charge. If you do not know where I stand, I will tell you, I do not believe the president of the United States, the president of France, the president of whatever country, actually the prime ministers, whatever, have any power. There is a power greater than them that channels, that connects, that is controlling so much of what happens. There is a narrative that is unfolding, that we are being fed, that we are responding to, and they're winning. If this were a battle between us and the powers that be, they are winning because they're separating us. And they're not more powerful. The only reason they're more powerful than us is because they've separated us. And they're using this as a drastic thing to separate us. For whatever reason, whether because Charlie was catching on to them, whether because he didn't want to be their puppet anymore, whatever it was, because he wasn't going to take bribes, whatever it was. But this 100% was not just some random kid who was like, and I say he's a kid because I have a child his age, who was like, I'm going to go shoot him. Nothing adds up. Nothing adds up. And they're using AI in order to confuse us. And they're also using Charlie's wife and his movement and his memorial as a distraction and a facade in a playing at your hearts. And I am not saying this is a very sad thing. This is a very sad thing. And I actually love the fact, I am not religious, but I love the fact that people are actually turning towards faith, because I think that's 100% what's wrong with our world. As we have lost faith, we don't embody a belief, and we absolutely don't act in that belief. We as a general population are hypocrites. If we don't like somebody, we automatically don't like what they're saying. We won't listen to them. If we don't like what somebody is saying or doesn't align with us, they're all of a sudden evil. There's a lot of things that humans do. We don't look at the energetics. We don't hold a belief and a faith and still respectfully be able to hear other people's, which is an amazing thing to be able to do. If somebody doesn't have the same belief, a lot of people don't have the same beliefs. I even have clients that don't have the same beliefs as I do. And I have this one client it makes me think of who is super religious. She's not even sure. We had this conversation the other day and she said to me, I'm still not sure if I believe in reincarnation. I am a strong believer and proponent in reincarnation. I speak with these beings all the time. We don't have to agree with the same thing. And she is one of my favorite people in the entire world. And that's what's part of what's wrong with our world is we can't see somebody for their beliefs and acknowledge them and accept them if they're different than ours. So I love the fact that this is pushing people towards faith, pushing people back towards their God, because I think that is incredibly important for people to start to do. But I also think that this is a huge setup that we are just beginning to see the unfolding of it. And if we can't see beyond our hatred for Charlie Kirk, or our resistance to religion, or our beliefs on the fact that whatever, he was racist, homophobic, whatever it is that's being spewed out there to make you hate him, to keep us in separation, then our society is going to experience more and more separation and more chaos like that. These chaotic things happen and these tragedies happen to give us an opportunity to make a decision. And that decision is either create more distance between us or to come together in a very powerful way. This is giving us an opportunity to come together. Good, bad, right or wrong, you believe with him, you don't believe in him, you like him, you don't like him. This isn't about you and me. It's not about us versus us. When people finally realize that it's about us versus them, that is the only time we will actually get our power back. It's the only time. It's not right or left. It's not Democrat, Republican. It's a joke. They want us to be that way. They want us to be that way. We're not supposed to be at two different extremes. We're supposed to come together in the middle and have an understanding and have a compassion and be a global community. But we won't do that if we keep believing the things that they say, and we don't use our discernment. We don't use our intuition. We don't use our ability to read energetics. This is why I say the future is psychic. This is such a phenomenal reason as to why I say that all the time. Is because there's so many things that are unfolding and happening here. I don't need to be a gun expert to know that that is not what happened. I don't need to be a doctor to know that what happened. I don't need to be in politics. Don't need to be an FBI agent because my psychic abilities and my intuition show me what is real and what's not real. And that is a very important thing because everything has a vibration. So when somebody makes a statement about something, you can look at the vibration of it to see if it's actually true or not. That's what we all should be doing. When somebody puts out an AI video, you can actually look at the vibration to see if it's AI or not. See if there's a computer behind it. And that is something that we should all be doing. I am not one of those people that just respects or believes authority because they said something because they're smarter than I am. Unless you have the ability to channel and connect, nobody's smarter than you are. You have to use your abilities to channel and connect. And if you do, nobody can outsmart you because you're using that. That is such a great example and such a great demonstration of why your psychic abilities are so freaking important right here, right now. I'm going to read some of the comments from the audience. We've a catalyst, but also speaks to the importance of humanity needing to be able to use discernment and not understand the energetics and not just listen to them. Our show, I did read that. We've lost nuance and that two truths can exist at once and that we can all exist. I missed that. Yes. Creating confusion so no one can trust, creating distrust and conflict when people are not leaning towards discernment and unable to see beyond what they want us to. Yeah. In this fast track world, this offers us an opportunity to step back and evaluate what it is we are truly after. Yes. And it continues to sow division amongst the people, which is why they continue to have power over us. Agreed. When I heard the news, I thought, here we go. Let's look at the chaos and the story that will be fed. Yeah. To me, it felt like a ritual and the continued theatrics around it. I agree. I absolutely agree. One of the things as a child I will never forget, I can remember exactly where I was and I had seen it multiple times, but the strongest one, I was sitting in my cousin's bedroom. She had a dollhouse and I was playing with a dollhouse. And I remember thinking, this is life. Like we are dolls. We are puppets on a string of something much bigger than us controlling us. For a very long time, it made me upset because I thought that meant God was controlling us, but it's not. It's not God. He's not controlling us. He's not telling us what to do. It's the deep state. It's the people who are actually in charge. And the only reason we are puppets on a string is because we believe what they're feeding us, because we lean into that separation. It is exactly what I was shown when I was 5 years old sitting in my cousin's bedroom. It's exactly what I was shown. I just didn't understand it. I thought it meant that there was people in heaven who were like moving us, and just like you do in a dollhouse, like humans come and move these dolls. But it's not. It's the ability that we allow them to do this because of whether we want to turn a blind eye, whether it's too much, whether it's too scary, whether we don't want to believe it, whatever it is, we're allowing them to create that. I felt so strongly that day or night made me wonder if they were sending out energetics, reverberation into the collective. You felt so strongly that day and night that made you wonder if they were sending out energetic reverberations into the collectives. That's a really important thing. And that's a great question as to whether, I will kind of restate that question. The person in the audience was wondering, was like deep state, people in charge, sending out a vibration of whether it was grief or whatever it is that everybody was feeling? And it's definitely possible, because I even had people come to me that were like, I didn't even know him. I didn't even know of him. And I feel this great, overwhelming grief. And if they are sending it out, I agree with you. There was a massive shift in the collective energy, that everyone was feeling. And whether it was them or wasn't them, I actually think that's a really powerful thing, to make people stop and slow down and actually feel. One of the things that social media has created for us is this disconnect. It allows us to just watch things like reality TV and not have an impact on it. 20 years ago, if something happened and you were a witness to it, we were all more sensitive to it. 10 years ago, we were more sensitive to it than we are right now. So feeling this collective energy is not a bad thing, as long as we use our discernment and we do the right thing. When we feel this collective energy, we feel this, it's giving us an opportunity to come within. But most people are actually lashing out. Most people are actually accusing. They're pointing fingers. They're saying what isn't right, what is right. Some people are even laughing, which is insane to me, at somebody dying, whether you liked him or not. Somebody lost a life, as well as many, many people in this time period, this month, have lost lives. But when I look at the energy, it was an opportunity for a massive awakening. One of the things that I channeled with my guides is that this is one of those events that has the ability to wake you up. What you do, and everyone is feeling it. Every single person is feeling it. Whether you want to feel it or not, every single person is feeling it. And it's giving us an opportunity to do our own discernment and to do our own recalibration. So when events like this happen, it is important to stay, abreast to the news and what's going on, and stay up to the information at the level which you want to. It's a personal thing. But what's more important is to go within and ask yourself, what do I feel about this? What is coming up for me? What is this showing me? And I've had people reach out to me because some people, it has triggered immense fears of death. I've had people reach out to me because it has made them question why they're not stepping even more powerfully into their purpose. It has made people question, like, am I actually living my purpose? Could my purpose be over in a split second because his was over in a split second? So many things that are coming about. So many things. That's what we should be looking at within inside of ourselves, those things that popped up. Instead, so many people are putting their focus and attention outside of themselves. So when I look at the energy, could they be sending energy out? Sure. But I actually think it's a very beneficial energy. So whether they're sending this energy out to confuse us, to create more distraction, whatever it is, I think if we all were actually using the energy that we feel in a productive way, in an inner focused way, if they sent that out, they did themselves an injustice, because as long as we use it in the correct way, that's a very powerful thing. And that's one of the things that I do feel. Channeling with my guides, looking at experiences, channeling things over and over and over again for people, is that every single thing that happens to us, we get to use to our advantage. And we should be using to our advantage. We should be doing our discernment and looking at, what does this mean for me? What am I being asked in this moment? What is this showing me? What do I need to do? But instead, we point fingers and we blame and we get mad and we get angry and we create division. It's not what we're supposed to be doing in these spaces. Not at all. You guys, thank you so much for this conversation. This has been really good. I'm sure there's a lot of topics within here that I could go deeper on and do an entire podcast on any of them. We covered a lot today. We talked about a lot of things that are going on inside the global community. And I know that some of the things that I said might be really sensitive or might trigger you or make you upset or make you be like, oh, I didn't know Carrie was like that. Whatever I channel and I connect with, I very much do my own discernment and due diligence around it to make sure it's accurate. But I also, all the things that I share, I very much believe in. I very much align with. I live my life in that energy. So if there's anything that I said here today that you're like, oh my God, it is who I am. It is what I believe. It is what I think. And it's also a huge part of that is because I channel that. I work with the highest of vibrational guides. I channel with God, with Source. And every single thing that I've ever channeled has absolutely been incredibly important, especially when we're talking about collective things. I've channeled things that aren't important. And they have helped me to shape the life that I live. And they've become my beliefs. They've become my faith. And so I'm sharing them here with you, and I will be sharing many more of them per my guides and my soul and what I want to do. And so I thank you so much for listening and being able to understand that. And if there's one thing I could encourage you to do is, as things, whether it's this podcast or something else, trigger you, I really, really encourage you to look within. Whenever something is a trigger, we get angry or mad or we can't believe something, it gives us an opportunity to look at what we truly believe. What is keeping us separate? We are meant to come together as a global community. That doesn't mean we're meant to all have the same beliefs. We actually live in a really beautiful world. I teach people how to channel. I teach people that they have their own beliefs and their own messages for a reason, because they're not all supposed to be the same. But having an understanding and acceptance of people's beliefs is incredibly important. And being able to see people for who they truly are is also incredibly important. And coming together as a global community is our number one goal. It is our number one goal. And the only way we can do that is by us tapping into our souls, by us connecting with what we truly believe, by us speaking that, and by us accepting that and coming together as a community. And that's what I hope in the future we can continue to grow into. So thank you guys so much for joining me on the Psychic Within live podcast. This was recorded live with a private group of mine and some of my clients and my followers. And thank you guys for posing those questions and being part of this. I know this is a little different than what we normally do, but I really do appreciate that. And if you are not like and subscribed, please be sure to like and subscribe to my podcast. If you want to be part of more of these global chats, we do them monthly inside of my Sovereign Psychic membership. Come and join us on these conversations. I did this a little bit different. Normally people are talking and we're having these full-on conversations, but I gave the people the option to be on camera or not, and they didn't want to be. But instead we have really great conversations where more people speak, not just me. So if you're interested, you could find the link down below in the show notes, and I will see you guys next time on the Psychic Within podcast. Bye guys.